Welcome to Buffs Beat Weekly. I'm your host, Nick Ferguson. I'm sitting here with Jordan Domineck. In this episode, we're going to break down everything we saw in a victory at TCU and also get you set up for this coming weekend's rivalry game against the Nebraska Corn Huskers. So with that being said, Jordan, congratulations on the first victory of the game. And I have to ask this question. What was it like in the locker room before the game, and then what was it like in the locker room after the game?
Well, first, I want to say thank you. Appreciate the congratulations. We've been working hard for it. And honestly, when we first got into the locker room, for us, it was more so just let's go out there and, just play. Like it was loose. It was free. We had music going. Everybody was just in their own little mode, just getting ready for the game and everything. And we got out there. Coach Prime gave us a speech that made us want to run through a brick wall as soon as we stepped out there. He really wanted to perform. I'm pretty sure a lot of people have seen the video go viral of him giving the pregame speech and everything. So it was great, man. And then, just after the game, we had just realized, hey, we shocked the world. We did something that a lot of people didn't think we would do. A lot of people didn't expect us to do. And man, the way we did it, it was just insane. Every person played their part and it was insane. It's all over my feed and everything. That's all I'm seeing now, just big plays from Dylan Edwards, Travis, both Travises, Travis and Trevor, just huge plays from Shador, just everybody. So, the locker room vibe after the game was just amazing. Everybody was in there dancing, hooping, hollering, just having a great time. And that was just, that was just it, man. That's all I can really say. Like, it was electric. It was something that, you have to be there to really experience. You can't really capture it in just words.
Well, let's just talk about that for a moment. Not the game, but, the naysayers. And I don't want to harp on it too much, but there were a lot of individuals counting you guys out as far as what you were going to do. Could you live up to the hype? How did that play a factor in, this outcome that we saw on Saturday?
A lot of people really did count us out, and we really took that on our shoulder. Like, hey, now we're just going in there. We understand, from at the very first time we stepped in the Boulder, we knew, hey, we got a target on our back. Nobody expects anything from us. We're just the odd man out. So as soon as we stepped in, it was just more so a thing of, hey, we already know we got each other's back. We're the only people we need. We're the only people we need to believe in us. We're the only people that, are gonna in the game. We're the people that are going to be out there making a difference. It's not on the naysayers. It's not on the Twitter critiques. It's not on the people that tell us we're going to go 0-12. We have no talent in our roster. It's not any of that. It's us. And we believed, and now I feel like we have a few more believers after Saturday.
A few more believers after Saturday. First game of the season is always tough, but you guys went into a hostile environment at TCU. I was checking social media and I could see, all the fans, even though it's called Texas Christian University, it didn't seem like some of the things that were coming out of their mouths were Christian-like. So how did you guys manage the emotional part of getting through that first half?
We really didn't take too much a part of the crowd, we went in there, we already expected something. We knew it was going to be a crazy environment, and man, we were blown away with the turnout and everything, but we already understood, look, we have to make sure this doesn't affect us. This has nothing to do with anything. Right now we're here to play and we're here to win. And, it got real quiet at the end of it. So, that was what made it real fun.
Now, you mentioned Xavier Weaver. You mentioned Dylan Edwards, Jimmy Horn Jr., Travis Hunter, man. The list goes on as far as so many players that actually showed up in that TCU game. As a guy that watched them practice every single day, and now you watch them go out in that first game, and they just silenced the critics, man. What was that like for you being a teammate of those offensive guys?
Just watching them in real time, I realized, hey, we really have, a squad. I already knew, hey, these guys are real deal legit, playmakers, but just watching it in action is on a whole different level. Just understanding, hey, these guys came out here, they came to the ball too. And man, just being alongside them and, just having fun with them inside the locker room afterwards and just experiencing, the ups and downs of the game with all the offensive players and everything. They were just right next to us. They came over there and told us, hey, y'all get a stop. We're going to go put this in the end zone. So we say, hey, let's go get a stop. We try to go get a stop, and when they got a stop, they put the ball in the end zone. Started the game with a 3 and out. They went down, scored their first drive, and it just took off from there. So it was really them picking us up whenever we were down, and us picking them up whenever they were down. So there was no there wasn't too much clashing on the sideline. We were all in it together. We all understood what the mission was, and we took the highs and the lows, and faced the adversity and came out on top.
Now, there was so much conversation during the offseason about CU to transfer Shedeur, yourself and so many of your teammates, but there wasn't a lot of talk about Dylan Edwards. And for those fans who got a chance to see him this past weekend, 4 touchdowns, three receiving, 1 rushing. I mean, what more can you say about Dylan Edwards that we don't already know, I guess, from watching the game?
I mean, the man literally has it in his Instagram bio. It has playmaker, and that's what he is, man. 4 touchdowns as a freshman is crazy to me. And just being able to sit there and watch that, we made true history this weekend, and just watching Dylan Edwards not just do that, but come off the field, and the very next day we're at practice. He's locked in and ready to go for against Nebraska, and we're all just locked in, not getting too big of a head, or not even getting a big head about it, but just, hey, we took this one, now it's on to the next. We got to keep this stacking, keep it one day at a time, keep pushing, keep putting coins on the triple balance, So just being able to see everything that happened and just watch the professionalism within the building from most, if not all, the players just come in and be ready, hey, we did this, we had our fun, now it's time to lock in and get serious. It's just something that it's amazing to experience and just be a part of with them, So
what is it like for you watching a guy like Travis Hunter go out there, and I believe it was 149 snaps between offense and defense? Now, first of all, do you think that you, as a defensive player, if you played offense, could you give them 149 plays on both sides of the ball?
No. Travis is a completely different player. I'm not going to lie to you. I couldn't do what Travis is doing. That man is I can say it here, he's a generational talent. He's somebody that you see and it's man, I'm glad I got to sit beside and really watch this man play, because it's amazing. So many people doubted him, Shedeur, just everybody doubted all of us. And just watching them come out there and make huge plays, go crazy. Trav played 149 plays. It was insane to me. Just watch him.
Wait a minute, Jordan. Now you out there watching it. You're on the film.
Yeah.
You're doing the defense stuff. You're doing the offensive stuff. So when you guys, as a defense, sat there on the sideline and watch him go back out there, I mean, what was some of the crazy things, if at all, some of your teammates said about what Travis was doing?
I mean, we were just talking we were just saying he's a generational talent. That man is crazy. It's ridiculous. And then he came into the locker room and was dancing. And I know y'all seen the video of that man dancing and just hitting and everything. He didn't just play 149 snaps.
Yeah.
That's insane to me. Just having that durability and that conditioning to go all day and be a true playmaker on both offensive and defensive side of the ball is a generational talent that we're seeing. And it's nothing I've ever seen before, So that just being able to experience that and just watch him just it makes us all want to be better. It makes everybody want to be better. And I feel that's just what the vibe is for us right now. Just everybody just stack days, keep getting better, fix the little mistakes that we had, and just keep it pushing on and keep the streak going, Want to know, hopefully make it 2-0 on Saturday.
Now, you mentioned Shedeur Sanders, and he had some candid things to say to the reporter after the game in regards to, hey, listen, and I'm going to paraphrase here. Hey, this is, the best game I've ever played in my life, and I've never thrown for 510 yards. Not bad for a guy who attended an HBCU. To hear him say that and to know all the negative things that they've said about him, I mean, how did that make you feel looking at the end results and what he was able to do Saturday?
It was good, man. It's just I've seen all the hate, all the doubt. It's just been flooding my timeline on Twitter, on Instagram. And it's just it was amazing just to see us put them in their place, and then Shedeur really step up and really just say what he said, because there was so much doubt, there was so much hate, disbelief about us. people don't forget that. People don't forget what you say about them. So for him to step up and really speak out on it and tell them, hey, this is him, I love that. Like, he's an amazing person, and it's just like, you just see the kind of person he is whenever he's in front of the camera. He's the same person all the time, you know?
So let's fast forward just a little. Obviously, there's a game against a school rival in Nebraska. What do you know about that rivalry between CU and Nebraska?
So I've heard a little bit about it, but I don't really know the origins of it, really. So I don't know too much about the rivalry. I just know we're not allowed to wear red in the building. And apparently this week we're not allowed to eat corn. So, I mean, it's not much. So can you tell me a little bit about it?
Well, I can tell you, man, this rivalry has been going for a while. When you look at the series, Nebraska dominates the series. But over the past two meetings, CU has definitely won. They have a 2-game winning streak, and they haven't played since 2019. Now, when CU and Nebraska were in the Big 12, yes, or back then it was the Big 8, they faced off a lot. But since the conference realignment, it's been a while since these two teams got a chance to meet like this. And more importantly, you got two great coaches in Matt Rule and, Coach Prime, and then you guys got your first win. So, Folsom Field is going to be buzzing. So from that standpoint, how do you feel that you and your teammates are going to be able to manage the emotion that is going to be so large come this Saturday?
I feel like at the end of the day, we're going to understand it's a game, and it's a game that we play every day, despite the emotion behind it, despite the rivalry, despite the connections and the bad blood between everything. We're going to understand it's a football game. We're not going to make it bigger than what it is. Well, it's huge, obviously, but at the end of the day, it comes down to simple, look, do your job, do your assignment, know the plays, and do what you need to do. So I feel like I don't think it's going to be too much of a outside noise. I think we've learned to tune that out, but we're definitely going to go in knowing, hey, this is a rivalry, and we're going to give the people what they want to see.
Chandler Morris, a quarterback that get outside the pocket, he climbed the pocket, and last week he had some time in the pocket to find open receivers. Now, when you look at the stat sheet, no sacks on the stat sheet for the Buffs defense. How do you guys improve on that as you face Jeff Sims, who is a dual threat quarterback?
We definitely just go back to work. We didn't have any sacks, but we definitely had a lot of QB hits, a lot of QB pressures. We were getting there, throwing off his time and making sure that we were at least getting pressure on him. Yeah, he had a lot of time. That's just something we need to improve on and fix. Look at the details of what was going on, fix our alignment, fix our techniques, understand what we need to use, and just get back into the lab, as a lot of us used to say. That's why I would say where I'm from. This week, we're just going to try and come up with some more.
Now, you were part of a very pivotal play. And, when you guys needed to play the most, you were there. Miles Slusher was there. But walk me through that play from your perspective, your eyes. What are you seeing before the ball is snapped? Take me through that.
So my perspective, we knew it was 4th and 9, I believe. It was that long, and we just needed to get a pass rush. We knew it was going to be a pass. They weren't going to try and run the 9 yards on the last play of what could be the last play of their offensive game. And, I just decided, hey, let's go. I decided to upfield rush. I saw the running back coming my way, ended up hitting a little spin move, a little signature that I love that I've always used since I was, back in elementary, back playing little pee football with the Lakeland Eagles. So just hit the move. It worked for me, and I was able to get a little pressure on the quarterback, force him to make the check down. I really didn't want him to get the ball off at all, but, I was able to, help get the pressure, make him throw the check down, and then my boy Miles Slusher came, finished the play, made the game-winning tackle. I had faith in him. Coach Prime called him out earlier in the week, so I feel like it was just a good thing. I feel like Slush stepped up when he needed to step up. He played a great game, but definitely when it was time to shine, he stepped up, made the tackle, and I had all the faith in the world that he would. So just watching it from the back view, just seeing the tight end run and then Slush come up, break down, jump, hit the leg, and end the game as a tight end red shot, and it wasn't enough. I was like, yeah, I love it. I love it. You know, I didn't get to go celebrate with Slush afterwards, but we got to say what's up in the locker room and all that. So it was good. It was a good vibe, and I loved it.
Now you and Miles Slusher, you definitely go back. You guys have a little history. So what is it like for you, knowing as though, okay, both of you guys, one, are at CU, two, you're on the field and you both making plays. What is that kind of like for you and Miles?
I mean, it's just like I feel like Coach Prime just put it instilled into us. Look, we're dogs. We make plays, so that's what we got to go do. That's our mindset, and you know, just being able to make plays on the field with each other, especially against our old OC offense that we've seen and we've run against and we practice against every day for a year. I practiced against for a year. He practiced for a little bit longer, so. It was just something that we felt like just felt natural to go out there and make plays. And that's something that I feel like everybody on this team is really capable of doing. They're playmakers. We're all playmakers. And, we're all going to go out there and do what we need to do to make a play, as long as we do it within the scheme of the defense. But definitely it's a great feeling to have somebody that you had on a recent team come with you to your new team. And y'all end up making the play together on the last play of the game. Like that's a good feeling.
Yes, it is. It's a great feeling, and that is what everyone who's going to be in attendance at Folsom Field this weekend as you guys take on Nebraska. So I want to give you this moment to talk directly to CU Buffs fans because the game is sold out. I mean, everyone has kind of marked this one on their calendar, and it is kind of a rival with Nebraska, but I want you to talk to CU Buffs fans directly and tell them what you guys need them to do this Saturday at Folsom Field.
Look, I need y'all to come out. I need y'all to pack the stands. I need y'all to get loud. I need y'all to cheer us on, and I need y'all to help us to our W. So come out. Have a victory lap waiting for us whenever we get the win.
That's what I'm talking about, man. And I'm rooting for you guys to be 2-0 after this weekend's game at Folsom Field against rival Nebraska. And remember, don't wear any red. This has been Buffs Beat Weekly with Nick Ferguson and yours truly, Jordan Domineck.